heard of me.
Let me put you on hold.
Dance off, bro. It's a friend from work.
How dare they? I'm here.
We have fought for the right to experience me.
My women go out.
I'm alive!
Are you going to tell me not to kick the door in?
Everything okay?
Yeah, just need a moment.
Her entire life has been leading up to this moment, so it's a lot.
I was pruned before you even existed. I have been waiting for this moment my entire life. I just need a second to get my head straight, okay?
Sure.
Holy fuck.
He's impressed. Who's impressed? He who remains. He's worked it out so we can reinsert both of y'all back into the timeline in a way that won't disrupt things. Disrupt things?
Bullshit.
How would you like to win? But not just there. You can kill Thanos. You want the Infinity Gauntlet? Yours. How would you like to wake up tomorrow with just a lifetime of happy memories?
And she wouldn't be her.
Two Lokis in the same place.
Together on the timeline.
And he wouldn't be him.
It's crazy, but he could make it work. He who remains.
He who remains. She still calling me now? Creepy. Right. I like it.
I said I wasn't to be disturbed.
Well, you're not going to be happy to see me.
But that's not going to work out the way you think it is, now that we know your secret.
What did you do?
Probably, you know. B-15, you fucking legend.
Just wait. What the hell is going on here?
Oh, yes!
Slayer.
I already know what's going to happen. See?
It's a pilot's ring. You think you can trust this guy? Then listen to him.
Don't listen to him. Do you think you're even capable of trusting anyone at all?
I've seen the harm waiting for people when they get pruned, and there's nothing necessary about that.
You know what would happen if we didn't prune the timeline?
What?
Chaos. Death.
How?
Free will? Only one person gets free will. The one in charge.
And that's fair?
You betrayed me.
No, you betrayed me. And you suffer a crisis of faith and turn to those variants? Eons of friendship.
Because it doesn't matter that you've had eons of friendship. If you've been lying that entire time, that friendship has been corrupted since the second you said hi. What she's saying, it doesn't matter. Because in the grand scheme of things, Mobius was just looking to do good and found the truth of what was bad and corrupted, which began with your friendship.
You're of no danger to me.
Is that what you think? Let's see.
Where are you gonna go?
In search of free will.
What?
Eons ago, before the TVA, a variant of myself lived on Earth in the 31st century. He was a scientist, and he discovered that there were universes stacked. And I ended the multiversal war. Once I isolated our timeline, all I had to do was manage the flow of time and prevent any further branches. Hence, the TVA.
So you just continue to
prune innocent timelines.
You two would. There's two options. One, you kill me and destroy all this, and you don't just have one devil, you have an infinite amount. Or, you two run the thing.
You treated real people's lives like some kind of game.
It's not personal.
It was personal to me.
Oh, grow up! Grow up, Sylvie! Murderer! Hypocrite! We're all villains here.
Something changing in your precious timeline.
We just crossed the threshold. I knew everything up to a certain point, and that point was about 8, 9, 10 seconds ago.
You can do what you want.
Now I have no idea how the rest of this is going to go. I've been candid.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Sylvie, hang on a moment. Let's just talk about it.
Guys, stop fighting.
So what?
You want the throne.
No, that's not it, no.
I don't believe you.
Sylvie, the universe is in the balance. Everything we know to be true. I promise you from my heart, this isn't about a throne.
Nor was I thinking trusting you.
Shit.
This whole thing been a con.
No.
Why aren't we seeing this the same way?
Because you can't trust. And I can't be trusted.
Then I guess we're in a pickle.
So we wait. Wait.
Do it! Kill me! Take the throne!
Shit.
Sylvie, stop. Stop.
Stop being where you are. I've felt what you feel. All I know is I don't want to hurt you. I just want you to be okay.
But I'm not you.
Shit. Oh, Sylvie. Oh, no.
See you soon.
No turning back now.
Who said anything about turning back? Buddy.
It's done, Mobius. We made a terrible mistake.
What's done?
We freed the timeline. We found him. He knows everything. It's complicated, okay? But someone is coming. Countless different versions of a very dangerous person, and they're all set on war. We need to prepare.
Take it easy. What division are you from?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? What's your name?
Boots
What?
on the ground now, archives.
Who are you?
Oh, this is... It's gonna... Fuck! Okay, well, that happened. Fuck. So, you know, how much has everything's changed? Really, that's what. Okay. Well, I don't even know. I don't know. So it's what do I don't you know, okay, first things first. When I saw the runtime for this episode, I was a bit like 45 minutes? That's it? But then again, like it with the rest of the season, it just kind of made sense with how they did everything. So I don't know. There's a series 2, which, you know, I could have told you that the second it went to the credits, because I was like, this is by far the biggest cliffhanger that we've had out of all the Marvel series so far. I mean, I think in terms of ranking cliffhangers, it's this, WandaVision, and then Falcon Winter Soldier. Because this just, it didn't really resolve anything. It just made everything so much more complicated. And I have a feeling Series 2 will just be a fuck ton of complicated. WandaVision, like, it wrapped things up, but set plants for when Wanda does whatever Wanda's gonna do in Doctor Strange, for Monica to go kick ass in Captain Marvel 2, and, you know, possible other things. And then, you know, White Vision going up and things like that. With Falcon and Winter Soldier, it, you know, we have Captain America and Bucky, and they're like, and they're all great and stuff. And then, you know, Zemo is still doing stuff, and Sharon Carter was, you know, doing her thing. So, but like in terms of just cliffhanger, Loki definitely ripped the rug out from everybody. So, what do I talk about first? I'm going to talk about Ravonna first, because I feel like that's a small piece that I can branch onto other things. So let's start with her first. Okay, Ravonna. She's going to do something. She's going to find free will or something or other. Okay, Miss Minutes, who we all knew that she was going to be a bigger thing. I mean, it's Tara Strong. What do you expect? She showed up whenever Loki and Sylvie went into the big castle end of time thing. It was like, hey, and then went back to Ravonna and said, here, he wanted you to look at these instead, and gave her something. So whatever Ravonna read or whatever allowed her to just come up with a plan immediately and go for it. I don't know what that's about. We also, you know, that was a very smart decision. I was wondering if they were going to, in order to get the other TVA employees to understand what's happening, they would show someone, you know, of importance, Ravonna, coming back and being like, hey, she's a variant, you're a variant, everyone's a variant. I thought it was going to be a whole Mobius comes in and they're like, oh, wait, we thought and that sort of thing. But it worked out the way it worked out. I was kind of right on the money a little bit with, you know, B-15 and Mobius basically running the TVA now. Or is it, because at the end with the statue, maybe, that's the thing, they don't even know, they don't know Loki. So, did it create a paradoxal loop where all of the events have transpired, but because maybe they were in the TVA, they just didn't, like, they got changed without knowing, you know what I mean? And because Loki, but Loki was technically in the TVA too whenever Sylvie killed the guy, I'm just gonna call him him. But then again, I don't know. Okay. What do I even... Alright. So, at the beginning with the intro credits, we had a lot of Endgame dialogue and just Marvel dialogue in general. I'm just curious to see... Because if I'm remembering correctly, I think the same writer for this show is also writing for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And I'm just kind of wondering if they're going to tie that in or not. Yeah. Same. Yeah, okay. I'm just wondering if they're going to tie it into that, and it's going to... Because they mentioned the multiverse-ish, right? Did they say multiverse exactly, or multiversal something? I'm assuming the whole... the branchings is, chaos. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know how much is going to go into... Because I assume that we're going to have Doctor Strange first and then Loki Series 2. Or we could have Loki Series 2 and then Doctor Strange and have that be a whole thing. And then that could just focus on Wanda. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to talk about the biggest thing. Sylvie killing him. The thing is, I don't blame her. I understand, why she did it. I'm sad that she had to do it and that she felt like she couldn't trust Loki and she needed to do it. Because if you look at it from her perspective, she's been just, her life from such a young age was ripped apart from her. She didn't grow up with a family. She didn't grow up with any circumstances of kindness or stability or goodness at all. She was living in a constant state of running. And then once she found a place to sit still, it was at the end of worlds, ends of cities, countries, places, everything. Imagine what that does to a person. And we know that Loki is, I think, over 1,000 years old. So I'm assuming that Sylvie is probably around the same age or close to it. So for your whole life, you're just constantly running, always having to look behind your back because of the person right in front of her. Of course she's going to think it's all bullshit, because it was all bullshit. What Loki was saying from the beginning, it's all bullshit. None of this is right. None of this is how it seems, So this was her chance to feel some type of semblance of control, and she did it. And I don't blame her for that, for the way that she grew up and the person that she is. And I think it's interesting. I wonder if he didn't say, kind of already planting those seeds in Loki and Sylvie's mind, would you really trust him? Would you really trust her? All these things. If that would have ended differently. And I felt so bad for Loki. I think he may have realized it too. This sort of acceptance of, yes, then again, if Loki was, I don't think at the beginning of the season, Loki probably would have done the same thing, and it's just that Tom Hiddleston was so fucking good, and so was everybody was so good, everybody was so great, and I am very excited to see how it plays out in future TV show and movie, possibly. Okay, I'm going to talk about the thing that happened too. The kiss that happened. Okay, so it seems to be people either really love Sylvie and Loki or they hate it. Like there hasn't, I don't think there's been an in-between party that I've seen on the internet. I try not to, you know, watch a lot of stuff on Marvel and read a lot of comments and all that stuff because I like the way I view TV shows. I do like to see other people's reactions to stuff, but at the end of the day, you know, I fucking love this series. It was amazing. It's right behind WandaVision in my favorites. But I know a lot of people are going to have a lot of opinions on that, and I don't... I'm good. I'm fine. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm just sort of in that space that I just said there weren't a lot of people there. I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, that seems like, yeah. You know, I don't really know what to say about it other than, you know, I am, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to talk about the series as a whole because, you know, this is the end of series 1. The cinematography and the choreography of the camera and the direction and the set design, the art was so good. The coloring, amazing. Like, holy shit. Some of the shots that they used, if I were to ever, I am such a big fan of good, just like when I watch it and I just go, holy shit, in my head and maybe out loud. If I were to make a compilation of all the times a movie or TV show did that, like of just different scenes over music, a lot of Loki would probably be used because it was so good. And the writing was great. I enjoyed the moments of drama. I enjoyed the moments of comedy. They blended it really, really well with the tone of Loki because Loki's always been kind of zigzagging between very serious moments with lighthearted comedic moments, so they blended it really, really well. And the cast was fucking perfect. Like, everybody was so fucking perfect for their parts, and I'm excited to see more of each of them. Like, I don't really like Ravonna as a character. No, that's wrong. I like her as a character. I don't like her because she's done a lot of bad stuff, but I'm really excited to see where she goes and what she does. I'm excited to see B-15 hopefully get a name besides B-15 and find out her real identity, and maybe even Mobius, but that's all complicated too, and find out, you know, their journey and everything that's happening, and hopefully Mobius, deep down, you know, Mobius trusted Loki and had a special relationship with him. So I'm hoping deep down, whenever Loki's like, you need to listen to me, this is not how it's supposed to be, that will, you know, it won't be as long of a conflict, not even a conflict necessarily, as long as a, oh no, you know, besides that. And Sylvie, fucking star highlight for me. You know, I knew going into this that Loki was going to be the center point. I mean, technically, yes. But Sylvie, for me, was just a fucking bombshell. Like, holy shit. So good. Has instantly become one of my favorite... It's funny, I want to say small screen characters, you know, when I'm equating Marvel TV shows, things. My camera decided to, you know, cut me off. Anyway... But I want to say small screen characters because when you're saying small screen, you think big screen like movies, small screen like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., things like that. But she's become just one of my favorite Marvel characters, you know? She's fucking badass and has been through too much, and I just hope she doesn't... I'm just excited to see more of her and what's going to happen with her. And also whenever her and Loki reunite, how that's going to be. But yeah, I mean, the directing was so good. Acting, writing, all of it. I really, really liked it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching my reactions to this series. Yeah, shit. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's the thing too, is like a lot of the time this reaction, I was just sitting there watching. I was just sitting there watching going, you know, that's going to be a lot of this reaction, is me just not knowing what the fuck is going on, but being very invested and learning what you know, what's going to go on. Okay. Well, that's it. I mean, I'm like, I feel like I still need to watch more, but there is no more for probably a little while, I assume, until next year. Because I don't know if they're even filming it right now. I don't even know. I don't know when things are coming out, but I'm excited. So that's all that matters, is the excitement and the anticipation to watch more. Anyway, like I said before, thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you to all the comments. I've enjoyed reading them, and seeing people's theories and seeing people's thoughts and people liking my wide variety of shirts that I've decided. I was like, oh, my first reaction, I was like, I'm gonna wear a collared shirt, because in the promo picture that I saw, Loki was wearing the little TVA thing. So I was like, I'm gonna follow that, and we did it. So I hope, yeah, anyway, see you for other things, possibly What If. That's coming out, so okay. This was so much fun.